Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. We are talking about a current generation Rolex Oyster Perpetual Day-Date. This is the 118238 in yellow gold, 36 millimeters, the traditional Day-Date size, bracelet, and profile. Yellow gold, the most traditional of golds, is also a natural match for a traditionally sized and styled Rolex. On my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, you can see the watch cuts an imposing stance without actually being oversized or outlandish in any detail. The watch, 36 millimeters by 12.3 millimeters thick, lug-to-lug, traditionally sized at 43.2 millimeters, and even if you include the solid end links of the President bracelet, the watch still spans a very manageable 47.2 millimeters across the wrist, and I can recommend it for a wrist as small as 13 centimeters circumference. The spacing between the lugs, 20 millimeters. You would have a bevy of options in the versatile 20 millimeter size, but are you really going to wear a Rolex Day-Date on anything but a beautifully preserved recent Rolex President bracelet? More robust than the Jubilee and a little bit lighter on the wrist and more elegant than the Oyster, the 3-link President is perfect, right between the two in terms of wrist stance, feel, comfort, and character. A contrast of polish and alignment of the link's polished centers, polished outer flanks, satin shoulders. You can see that all of the removable links are in fact fixed by screws, and we are talking about a sort of super President now, as the release of the crown clasp is now an articulated beak and hook system, so though it doesn't appear to be a trigger clasp, it is in fact a vertical trigger that unlocks when you lift. Fully finished inside, the swing arm is now quite substantial, and as ever with the crown clasp, the only visible point of partition between the two sides of the bracelet. Now the watch is nicknamed the President, but it should be mentioned that the bracelet, launched with the original watch in the mid-50s, is formally called the President bracelet. The case is simple, fluid. It's sinuous, graceful, lithe, slim, traditional. It's not the super case, and you can see the compound curves give it a nuance and a sex appeal entirely missing in the somewhat squared off and industrial GMTs, Sea Dwellers, Explorer 2s, and subs. The nice thing about buying a recent reference and recent production Rolex gold watch is that you generally have an unrefinished faceted gold bezel. The facets, when the bezel is factory crisp, are almost like a cut gem, dazzling in the light, giving way to a sapphire crystal featuring the Cyclops eye. You like it or you loathe it, but it's a traditional feature of the watch, and it does make the date quite legible. This watch featuring a silver sunburst dial, and it's a dramatic one as it gives the watch immense personality despite not having a large watch face. Yellow gold indices, yellow gold hands, yellow gold Rolex coronet, all of these solid gold to prevent oxidation or tarnish over time. The dial actually featuring handsome stepped apertures down to the day and the date to ease the transition from the date to the discs. And you can see that all of the printing is black on silver for high contrast, with a railroad style minutes and seconds track and then stylized Roman numerals outboard. A loomed watch. This is a full service dress watch and sports watch, as it's automatic, 100 meters water resistant, and fully loomed. The watch does feature a double quick set system. I'm going to make sure I'm out of the danger zone, even though watchmakers often tell me the Rolex quick set has no effective danger zone. It's that tough. I'm not going to endorse that personally. I say always move out of the danger zone before activating the double quick set feature of your Day-Date. This is a double quick set, so you don't have to spin those hands. Pull the twin lock crown and you get hacking seconds. The watch, powered by Rolex manufacturer caliber 3155, 31 joules, automatic winding, bidirectional smooth action with bidirectional winding, Teflon coated reversing wheels, and a jeweled staff, as creamy as they come. No sound, no rattle. Full balance bridge with a free sprung index for shock resistance, overcoil hairspring to help the watch keep time superbly in any orientation or position with respect to gravity, with a parachrome blue niobium zirconium blue oxidized hairspring alloy that's highly anti-magnetic. COSC certified Swiss chronometer, of course, beating away at 28,800 vibrations per hour. Rolex has its own foundry at its Plan-les-Ouates, Geneva case, bracelet, and foundry headquarters, and all of this is made in-house right down to the alloy itself. All in-house and beautiful for it, with a rich history dating back to the mid-50s and a roster of famous and infamous past owners. This is the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Day-Date 36. See it and make it yours on the Watchbox. Rolex Oyster Perpetual Day-Date by night. As I promised, a full-service, fully loomed sports watch that can also fit under a dress shirt cuff.